Just pulling up to the office now. Smoke is finally almost cleared up around Edmonton, which is nice because I'm flying around Edmonton today. Got about a 4-hour flight, nice and quick and short, everywhere from Leduc to Onaway, Legal, Fort Saskatchewan. Then I get to fly with Gurn today, so let's go in there and see. Right there in front of the hangar here, let's get in our plane, do one last check around it, make sure there's nothing in the way.
International Information X-ray, weather at 1400 Zulu, wind 160 at 3, visibility 10, 25,000 broken, temperature 6, dew point 5, altimeter 30.
So we'll grab the ATIS, call up ground, get our squawk and our taxi instructions, call up tower just like any other VFR flight. You'll notice as I start rolling out here I make some calls. These aren't standard calls that are specific to the company I work at right now, but more of a holdover from my university flight training. So as we start, I'm going to call headings correct. I'm double checking that our heading indicator is showing the proper heading relative to magnetic direction. I'll go throttle full, then I'll call RPMs full and static. What I mean when I say that is I'm checking that the RPM is displaying the full proper setting that it should be. For us that's about 2250. I don't want it to be showing anything less than that or anything over that. I also say RPM static, meaning I don't want it to be fluctuating a whole bunch. If it's a 10 RPM here or there, that's pretty negligible. But if it's going up or down by hundreds of RPMs, that's when we're going to be looking at rejecting our takeoff, which has happened to me. Also call out gauges green and airspeed alive. These are two things that no matter where I've flown, they've always been taught to call them out. So we're checking that our oil temperature and our oil pressure are both reading in the green on the gauges. And then airspeed alive, checking the airspeed indicator, making sure that the gauge is actually reading. Now as you get into flying bigger and faster airplanes, these calls are going to get a lot more important, a lot more intense, I guess you could say. But there's something that I do for every single flight I do. If you don't have one, I'd recommend looking into developing one and checking these things out verbally every single flight. It just allows you to help double check and work through your progressions as you're taking off. So as we roll out, just give a listen for these. They happen pretty quick.
Check it back.
Hello, Edmonton Tower, this is Shed 1, and we are inbound for apron 2.
Heading's 3015.
Throttle full.
Proceed direct to apron 2, remain to the west of 02 for now, and the descent is at your discretion.
Gauges green, airspeed's alive.
Edmonton Tower, 101,
When we're flying around the city, a lot of our time is spent flying around the refineries. Edmonton is a major refinery hub, with most of the refineries nestled either between Edmonton and Sherwood Park or up north towards Fort Saskatchewan. Flying around the refineries can be, it's fun, but it's definitely trickier, because we have to be avoiding towers and smokestacks while we're still inspecting our lines and our sites. The heat and emissions that are given off by these refineries too can also create a lot of turbulence.
Manawa Lake traffic, this is Golf India Bravo Yankee, approximately 2 miles west of Manawa Lake.
There are certain riverbanks that pipeline companies want to monitor for soil slumping and erosion. We take 4 photos of the pipeline crossing on this river here every single day and end up buzzing 2 or 3 really nice golf courses in the process.
coming in from the southeast.
Quick Lake traffic, Whiskey Tango Oscar on short final, on final, Quick Lake.
Some of the coolest flying I've gotten to do is being low level over top of the city. It's general aviation law that you have to be 1,000 feet over top of a built up area, but since we're doing it for aerial inspection and we have a little stipulation in our operations manual, we get to be only a couple hundred feet above the houses and the highways. Even though it's pretty cool for us, we have definitely gotten some complaints. We fly over one of my aunt's houses every single day, and I swear I can see her out there sometimes with a BB gun pointing up at us. Also a really weird one, this guy with a moose, apparently a pet moose that we keep buzzing and scaring off. No one believes it, but we have yet to be proven otherwise. It's a pretty only in Canada type of thing.
I don't have a sound on this one, so you don't hear the squealing of tires, the bumping of things,
Yeah.
the slashing of the prop on it. And
Alaska 320 at altitude, contacting ground on 2170.
2 North ground, hold ship, 320.
Foxtrot Whiskey X Bravo 1, contact ground 121.70 Thermal.
Alpha, Whiskey.